What's up, what's up, what's up? What's up, guys? Girl Ariana, that cute little brown girl, everybody want a little taster. And today, guys, finally, I have a special guest. And I want her to go ahead and introduce herself so y'all can show some love. If you are not already familiar with the one and only
Vicky.
That was so weird. Okay, y'all, so we got together and we are here, we're chatting it up, and we are going to be talking and having like a girl talk, laid back, chill. What you eating?
Empanada.
An empanada.
From Mama's. You have ate there?
I heard them all. It's close over here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they be having a long line sometimes.
At night.
Yeah. I think I tried to go there one time late at night and I said absolutely not.
It'd be the worst.
Yes, and so I feel like with everything going on, how have you been able to kind of like balance being this entrepreneur, this influencer? Like, how do you balance all of it without like losing your mind?
You gotta keep God first.
Keep God first. And so, like, with your relationship with God, do you feel like your relationship with God kind of like set you apart from a lot of people? And did it hurt or did it help?
It's like it is what it is, because in the day when you know more truth, it's like it's no going back. But it's like the truth. It says like if you love somebody, you was gonna tell them the truth. But people don't be trying to hear that all the time. So you gotta have discernment and know. But like even like just in general though, like I be talking to old friends sometimes, and it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like, so when I had took my faith walk and stuff, it was a little weird for me because the transition of going from one thing to another, and then people being used to the turn up Airi versus the Airi that's kind of like, oh no, I genuinely don't drink anymore, I don't do this anymore. People really couldn't like get with it, and then it was just like you got the people that think like, oh, you think you better than us? It's
right.
Like, no, honestly, why do y'all feel like I have to drink to have a good time?
I know,
and I don't feel like that. And at first, I started to realize how people only could have fun if they were like drinking and smoking. And over this past weekend, me and my girlfriend, we went out to like a few like lounges and stuff, and like I haven't been to one of these places in like forever. And while we was there, I was just looking, I'm like, all the music, the hookah, and just everybody trying to have a good time at brunch, and you could literally feel like everybody was so empty.
I know, right?
Like it was so empty. It was like you could see it on their face. I feel like when it comes down to like being around certain people, I feel like
what's up though? I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It has been a very testing thing because sometimes I feel like I've been like around my friends and stuff. Well, yeah, I said with friends. I've been around my friends and just been like out there taking. I'm like, no, y'all, I'm okay. But it's been moments I've been like, I wonder how it would be if I was to turn up now. But it takes a lot of willpower and a lot of strength, and like you said, keeping God first. That right there, cause you know He love you, and you like, all right, no, I don't need this right now. Let me just vibe. Let me just see what the Lord need me to do. Yeah, I would say that's about it.
Yeah, like I had cut all my friends off.
You just like cold turkey, or did you like warn them?
At first I just cut them all off.
Okay.
But then I just started talking back to certain people and stuff like that. I just started talking back to certain people and stuff like that. But I feel like and then like I have a lot of new friends. But definitely when you go in your relationship with God, you're gonna have to make new friends that love God the same. Because I listen to a lot of preachers and they say like it's what? And they say it's no way okay, he was saying like, okay, like for instance, like my mom, like sometimes she'll come to church with me and stuff like that. She's an alcoholic. I mean, it's like it'd be like this, but like so it's like, yeah, so the preacher, he was saying, sorry, I'm going around in circles.
Oh, no, it's okay.
But the preacher, he was saying like you have to change your environment and make new friends, because if you keep going back to the same environment, you're gonna keep going back. Like
that is so true. I feel like I met a lot of my new friends from my church, and it's been such a difference of just like kind of how we hang out, how I've seen them love on each other versus like other people. You know how like you hype your girl up like hey, versus like actually celebrating big wins, little wins, and just being able to really go to God and say, you know, God, how can I celebrate this person? Like, how do you need me to show them that I love them? Because we always think that the way to show our love for somebody is, you know, buy them a gift or post them on Instagram. But this person may need a hug. This person may need a specific thing, and that's why you got to really trust God so the Holy Spirit can really lead you on what this person needs. And so you need people in your life that are intentional on how they love you and who know God, so that way they understand where you're coming from. Because a lot of people don't get it when you like, God told me to do, you know, send all this money over here. Somebody in the world will be like, that sounds so stupid. Why would God make you do that? And it's like, because God wants me to, you know, people don't understand, but
no, they're not.
You need people that can truly understand when it's like, I'm going on a fast and I can't talk to nobody for the next 3 days, or, you know, I'm not eating no chicken, no nothing, because this is what I'm about to do. And yeah, a lot of people don't get that. So that's crazy that you was just able to cut them off. A lot of people can't do that step of walking away from like friendships, no matter how long or short, to really like focus on themselves and do what's better for them. So do you feel like when you made your transition, did your old friends kind of like convert over to?
No.
They didn't? Okay.
I just hung out the other day with my best friend from high school. He's one of the ones I cut off. But, so I probably ain't talked to them in like 7 months. And I hung out with him the other day, and it's like, it was just like, I'm like, dang. But like, it's like when you grow in God, you notice things. So it's like all I'm hearing is drunk, smoking, and then he just cussing a lot, and then he's saying on God, on God. I used to ain't know that was bad to say on God, because I'm from Atlanta and everybody say that.
That's how y'all talk out here.
I know, right? But John, he told me it's a real big sin. Is using God's name in vain. It say when you talk, let your yes be yes and your no be no, because they like basically anything else is like I just listened to it earlier, but yeah, it's just not good.
Okay. Okay. Wow. So do you talk about like a lot of your faith walk and stuff like on your platform and everything?
I do. I'm starting doing more though.
Okay. Is it like ever some moments that like God ever told you to do something that you just really did not want to do?
Yeah.
And did you how did you handle the whole were you disobedient?
Yeah.
Okay, how did you handle like the disobedient portion of like kind of course correcting yourself back?
Sorry.
It's okay.
It's like, I don't know. I'm kind of going through that right now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I feel the same way. So what would you say to anybody who kind of just wants to know, like, okay, so they call you Vicky or Victoria?
You call me
okay. Vicky. If they like, hey Vicky, I'm going on this walk. How should I what should I do? How do I adjust to not having no friends? If I cut everybody off, I'm gonna be lonely. What would you advise them to do?
Okay. Yeah, go to like a church, but then it's hard too. Some churches be like, but yeah, it's like, I don't know, like, I guess like that's the only, like if you're just coming from like the place you would go to find some good people is a church. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely having people to fellowship with each other is super important. Yeah, and seeking God on where to go.
Yeah,
because facts. You will go to the wrong place and. Not every church is for you, so make sure you use your discernment, y'all.
Facts, discernment.
Did I say it wrong?
No, you did.
Oh, I'm about to say, oh shoot.
I think it's two ways to say it, but I was just saying like discernment. That's a big thing. I pray for that like almost every day.
Okay.
Because I used to have really bad discernment.
Girl, you talking right to me. I was just doing whatever I wanted. I thought I knew best. I thought I knew exactly my layout plan, how I wanted my life to go, this and that is nothing like God is like, yeah, sorry sis, I'm gonna need you to sit down, because I took a seat away from YouTube. And when I took that seat away from YouTube, it was so hard because I'm like, this is my job, this is what I do. And in that time, he really just had me focusing on myself, spending time with him. I was heavy in church, and then that's when I ended up becoming a minister and just doing all of this stuff, because it was just like and I didn't understand it because it started happening so fast, but it really did change my life for the better. And I feel like I look at stuff in a way, like I feel like when I'm around people, I see more spiritually what's going on with them versus like the surface of, oh, you look cute, you got it together, versus like I can more see like okay, like, oh, this person's going through this, like, all right, God, well, what do you mean you want me to pray for this person and pray with them? No. But you gotta be obedient, you gotta be bold, you gotta have that Holy Ghost boldness.
Period.
So we can do what we gotta do. So what you been up to, like, business wise? Like, you got any new adventures that people should know about that they need to support?
Oh yeah, like this Airbnb.
Oh, okay. And so is this like, are you excited about it? Is this your first one?
I had one in LA, but it didn't end up working out because LA have a lot of strict rules. So I wasted a lot of money.
But the fact that you took the risk is good. A lot of people talk so much stuff of what they are gonna do, and then some people get discouraged about LA not working and just be like, oh, forget it. And the fact that you were just like, it didn't work here, I'm gonna take it somewhere, is like so commendable, because people need to know, like, take the risk. And I heard this quote over the weekend. What did it say? It said, risk without research is reckless. And I thought that was so crazy, because it's like, you gotta take the risk, but do your research. And I said, wow. And it's like, it's so much stuff that we just don't be, that we overlook, and that we don't be like, I don't even know. And so we talked about your ministry and your walk and your business. Support her Airbnb. They can do that from, like, you got like a link tree or something?
I'm gonna get, once I put it up.
Okay. So y'all be on the lookout.
Period. I was gonna come on what you were saying earlier though. You know how, like, you said you were starting to see things more spiritually, on the spiritual side. I was like, yeah, that's so true, because it's like once you like know more in God, it like you can realize, like, you, like, it can be millionaires, billionaires out there. We know more than them. Cause you know what I mean. Like, a lot of them, like, don't know they lost for real. They like Beyonce, them, they lost. I don't know if they sold their soul or whatever. But, like, you know what I mean. Like, once you realize stuff, it's like, dang, these people really need my help. Like, NLE Chopper, he need help.
Oh, so you know what? I don't really be following a lot of, like, the celebrities to even be. I really barely be, like, on social media. Like, if I'm being honest, I took a whole break. Lately, I've been posting, like, picture stuff, but I post my picture, go, and I've been dipping because I got the green light that I need to start posting again. So I said, okay, well, here I am. So it's crazy because I feel like I've met so many people in the industry, and on the outside, it really looks like it's together. It looks amazing. Like, all the numbers, the views, the money, and then you meet them, and it's like you got the females and the males dealing with just insecurity, broken hearts, like, and not even broken hearts from relationships, just like a broken heart, like just the trauma that they went through as a child and stuff. And now it's like they older, and everybody has made it where it's just like me, myself, and I'm good, like, I don't need nobody. But it's like, that's hurt. That's hurt. Like, we're supposed to be love. We're really love, and we're forgiving. It's not supposed to be, it's me and myself, forget everybody else. That's not how we're supposed to be. Like, that's not healing.
God is love. And he did make us to need each other.
Like, we're supposed to be like a little puzzle piece. Like, we're supposed to come together. Exactly. We're all family. And I feel like a lot of people don't understand that, or don't try to understand that. And I've always said to, like, anybody, like, people will try a new diet, they'll try a new restaurant, they'll try to buy a Louis bag off of DH Gate just to get something cheap, but they won't try God.
Thanks.
They won't try God. Like, y'all will try everything else but God. A new restaurant, a new state, a new man, a new woman, but y'all won't try God. Everybody, I just don't get it. Like, at least give them a try. Like, you can't say, oh, I can't understand how you believe in that, but it's like you never really gave God a try for yourself.
I know, right?
Like, you gotta try him out.
Yeah. If it says that in the Bible, like only a few. Only a few.
Yeah, many are called, few are chosen. That's
crazy. I just read this Bible verse earlier. Look, let me show you. I was like, that's crazy. The Bible talk about everything. Of course, your former friends are surprised when you no longer plunge into the flood of wild and destructive things they do, so they slander you.
That's good. What's that?
Peter. Oh, that's what's up though, that you took a break from YouTube. That's good self-discipline.
Yeah, that was hard. That was really hard. That was really hard. It changed so much for me. It changed like it changed everything. It changed, and then to watch the people that I even started with, used to work with, or people that I just know, to just be seeing them like go skyrocket, and I feel like I'm in the same place. And then it's like God is just like I got you. I got you. And I'm just like, God, we're going on a year and a half and I still look like I'm in this same place. And he really had me like come to a place where I had to realize like, you don't get as angry as you used to when somebody either rejects you, or if you don't get this, and anything you apply for, anything you sign up for, you get it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got favor. It don't matter if 10,000, 100,000, or just 10 people are watching a video. There's people that are, whose lives have been like just transformed from you taking that walk. And to watch like little girls be like, oh, I'm going to church this Sunday, and you know what I'm saying, and like, oh, when's your next Bible class, or when are you doing at the Bible group, is so uplifting, because you just be like, dang, I'm thinking I'm not making no difference because I don't look like I'm growing anywhere, but I've been making more of an impact, like foundation wise, of like just really showing people like God needs to be the foundation. You can still have fun, you can still wear makeup and love God, you can still be cute, you can still do your thing and love God. It doesn't have to be like shackled down, because God isn't forceful. I
don't know why people would be thinking that.
I think it's the people that was in church that like gave it the bad reputation. But I feel like that's how the devil kind of infiltrates. Like if I can get you to become this pastor and then corrupt this whole church, it will make them and everybody connected to them think that all churches are wrong, so they won't go nowhere. And then now no one's going to church, or they have this stigma of churches only want money, but y'all pay for shoes, all this other stuff. Yeah, like it just a lot of stuff. When you, like she said earlier, like once you know the truth, it's hard to turn away from the truth, because you know the truth.
You can't turn away from the truth.
It's there.
And God, it's like the more you know, the more you're accountable for.
That's good. Yeah.
Like God gonna look at you like, it's versus like someone who don't know no better. It's like God's like, well, but if you know better and you continue to do wrong, it's bad.
Yeah. Cause you, like you say, you literally know better. It's like, you know that you're gonna burn yourself if you do this. I told you, I warned you. Especially like when you have certain people come into your life to give you that warning, like, hey, I don't know what this means, but God is saying, don't turn back to those things that you used to do that you already been delivered from, and you turn back because you want to turn back. And now we don't be understanding, and our pastor says it a lot, that our disobedience not only affects us, it affects other people.
Period.
And that stuff is deep. It make you think. And as a mom, it's just like if we're trying to like knock out generational curses and all of these things, and I'm sitting here complaining about, well, why my mama and my grandparents didn't do it, and here I am with a son not having that same energy. Like, why am I not doing what God is telling me to do? Why am I not praying over these strongholds like I'm supposed to day and night? Like it says, never stop praying, come to him before you do anything. And it's like, but here I am, like, I'll come to you in the morning, at night. Like, you can't pick and choose when you gonna serve him. You can't serve two masters. So it's like, you gotta pick one. So it's either the world or God. And God is gonna give you the world, and the world is just gonna kill you. It's gonna break you. Yeah, literally.
It's gonna kill you. Sin leads to death. Oh yeah, what's your testimony?
My testimony, like, what led me to my walk? So for me, it was actually my breakup. Once my breakup happened, I had got into like this really low place. I felt real broken, sad, and then I was just looking at my son like, oh my goodness, did I just waste all this time? Where in my head I was thinking of family, like I'm a mom, I'm a single mom, I'm dating someone, I'm thinking marriage, so he can have this 2-parent household, etc., etc. And so once those things didn't happen, and I realized how broken, lost, and lonely I was, and that all these 3 years, no matter how many accomplishments I had, I still felt incomplete. I had a night where I was just like in the room and I was just like crying. And I always knew who God was because of my family, but I didn't know God intimately for myself. Yeah. And so as I was sitting there and just crying, it was pitch dark. It was like a movie, girl. I was so dramatic because I'm dramatic. I was in the corner like, oh gosh, I can't believe this. And I was just praying. I said, I asked God for one specific thing. And when I asked him for it, I said, God, if you just do this one thing for me, like just give me like some type of hope, something. And then that moment, Daniel's like family had called me, and I haven't heard from them in like a year or something. And so for them to just like randomly call me, like literally with me just like feeling like he's never gonna have like a family in a sense. And that's when I was like, all right, I'm done. God, you got me. I'm here. And after that, I went cold turkey on everything. I stopped drinking, smoking, partying, all of that. I stopped everything cold turkey all at the same time. So I didn't just pick one. I went cold turkey all at the same time. When I say it was torture, because that's how I was coping. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I was doing to get through. Coping, yeah, that's how I was coping to get through. Like you're not thinking about your boy, you know, your ex if you drunk or if you out with your friends. And then COVID happened, and so I was like stuck in the house, and I was just stuck, sober, me and Jesus. Period. And
that's a good way.
Yeah, and I ended up meeting my, I guess you could say more like a mentor sister. She's now my under shepherd. I met her through my ex, and I feel like that's why me and my ex was together, for me to meet her, because once I met her, my whole life changed. Like she was calling me. She let me call her at 3 a.m., 5 a.m., cry, talk. She would pray with me, pray over me, and she taught me so much, kind of walked me through. And then we ended up growing a bond, and next thing you know, ended up being a part of the church, and now we 2 years in.
Period.
Yeah. How about you?
That's lit. Well, I had first got put onto Jesus by it's like my ex, but not really. Yeah, so they had really loved Jesus, and I always wanted to go to church ever since I was like, I never grew up going to church, but like ever since I was like 15, I used to always go to church. My family and them never went to church. Like my mom and dad ain't never been together, but I met them, and they was the only family like who was like parents I knew was still together. And they had 7 kids. And
oh wow,
yeah, and it's like the way they just loved me and took me in. It's like I used to always go and look for that, because like I grew up with my dad, and it was he was like always out with women, so I just be there by myself, like what the heck, I'm so bored. And then, you know, I started getting in trouble and having sex and stuff like that, because that's all I seen from both my parents, so I didn't know no better. So yeah, so I used to always go to other people's house and look for that, you know, because I didn't have that at home. So once I met them, I'm like, this 5, like they had 4 sons and 3 girls, and they was like my family, and it was like all around my age, and they had 4 sons and 3 girls, and it was all fine, and they was not out here having sex.
Oh wow.
They was waiting till marriage. They did not cuss, and it was like such genuine good people, and they like took me in and stuff and loved me, and then it's like. I'm like, dang, this 5. Like, so when we fell out, I'm like kind of like naive, because I'm thinking like everybody about to be like them. People is not like that out here. And I'm like, dang, how I'm a whoop whoop. But you know, it was just the Jesus in them. So then it's like, you know, I would like go out here and like, you know, whoop whoop, try to do my own thing. And, you know, it's funny. It's like how you said you would cope to drink and smoke to deal with it. I never really drank or smoked, because my mama alcoholic, and smoking make me act crazy. Okay. So it's like when I did like go through stuff. For instance, my biggest problem was slipping up and having sex. So it's like, you know, that feeling of heartbreak, that junk don't feel good at all. Worst feeling ever. So it's like when I did go through it, I'm like, dang, this feeling sucks. I wish I did smoke a drink. but yeah, so it's like, so that stuff not for me. So it's like, yeah, Jesus, only way.
Yeah, that's dope. That's really dope, and that's crazy that you already didn't like drink and stuff like that. Like, I'm trying to tell you, that heartbreak.
I tried it before.
You tried it, but it's just like to not be stuck on it, you know what I'm saying? Like to be able to like see you now and just like you just like no, I'm like, you okay? Like you just seem like you truly believe in your decision that Jesus was the only way for you. You know what I'm saying? Where some people say it, but then like you be talking to them, it's kind of like, are you just doing it because it just seemed like you should? But it's like you can see like it's a genuine love for God as well. You know? Yeah, so that's good. I like that. Yes, girl. That's great. What was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna say too, I wouldn't put a heartbreak on anybody.
Yes, that's the worst feeling.
Yeah. My advice to anybody who's just watching this video who just don't know what to do, where you should go, I just advise y'all, take a deep breath, go to God, breathe, and just take it one day at a time. You are gonna make mistakes. Things are not gonna go how you want to. God is gonna talk to you in different ways where sometimes you're gonna be sitting there like, hello, can you hear me? And just know he's doing some work on the other side. For any young girls, make sure y'all just stay founded into what you believe. You do not need to sleep with these nappy-headed little boys. Thanks. You do not. You are gonna be okay. I don't care if they. I just love you so much, and how can you know? No, you do not need to.
They probably don't even know what love is for real.
Exactly. So these are just some things that I want y'all to really just take and consider. I'm so happy we finally got to link up and do something. It's like a little sit down talking video. Like I'm so excited because it took us forever. Like you be around, like I thought you was in LA. Like I thought you was probably still gonna be in LA.
I had lived out there.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I said, yeah, I'm probably never gonna meet this girl, but if I do, we'll see. But yeah, I don't have anything else. You got anything else you want to say?
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about this since we was talking about having sex. It's like heartbreak. I was just listening to one of Joyce Meyer's podcasts the other day, and this lady was talking about how she just went through a divorce and how I feel like she was like, it literally feels like her heart's being snatched out of her chest. And how I learned about soul ties and stuff like that was I was listening to Dr. Miles Monroe. Do you know who that is?
Miles who?
Miles Monroe. Oh, he fire. I gotta put you on.
Yeah, send me some stuff.
Okay, but he was explaining like the reason why God tell us to wait until marriage to have sex. Like the world seems like, oh yeah, go do this, you're gonna be all right. Have all the hoes, F all the hoes. You know what I mean? But that's not true. The word wait is backwards from, see, like, so it's like God wanted us to wait until marriage because when you have sex with somebody, it's like this. It's like two pieces of paper getting glued together, right? When you unglue them paper, it's still gonna be a piece of each on each. So it's like your soul, y'all souls is still with each other. So he was like, that is worth divorce is worse than death, because when somebody died, it's okay, bye, goodbye, love you, they dead, right? When you divorce somebody, it's they dead, but you still might see them on your story. Still might see them on Instagram, and you gotta go through that. And you still might see them at the grocery store.
And then even seeing with somebody else.
Yeah, that's even worse.
Especially if you're not at that place yet.
Yeah.
Ooh, child.
But the only way, like, for that to be covered is the blood of Jesus. But still, you gotta heal, and it takes time and stuff.
Yeah, healing takes time. Like you gotta really be vulnerable, and you gotta really let God heal you the way that you need Him to heal you. I know that I had to learn that. I was praying like, you know, Lord, show me, and then when God was trying to show me and expose all the areas that I needed help in, I did not want to hear it. I didn't want to see it, because it was some ugly stuff of seeing like, dang, I was toxic, or dang, this situation that happened in 8th grade really did make me look at men in general, like, or even watching my mom go through a divorce that I didn't even know like affected me spiritually, like to make me just lose faith in just certain things that made me act a certain way. And so that stuff is serious. And sleeping with a whole bunch of people, if that person is dealing with suicide, depression, anxiety, all of that, you getting that same thing. And if you're already dealing with that, it's literally like being drunk and drinking even more. Like it's just going to enhance already what you got going on, or trigger something that you probably already thought you was delivered from when this person is dealing with a specific thing. And so that's how I'm trying to tell people, like, you the man when you can say no, and you can say I'm waiting. You the girl when you can say I'm good,
self-control is so attractive.
Exactly.
But if we put our strength in our own flesh, we're gonna fail every time. That's why we gotta put it in God.
Exactly.
And God never intended for us to feel heartbreak. That's why in the Bible, He really doesn't see divorce, but He does say like, if because I think Moses made the law, but Jesus was like, okay, like if someone cheats, then y'all do have the right to get a divorce. And it's like if someone stops believing, but it says it's best to just wait until they start back believing. And if someone dies. But He really doesn't see divorce. He says it's better to stay together. Because He didn't want us to feel heartbreak.
That's good. And see, that's love right there. Like, I don't even want, like, I put these rules and these parameters in place to protect you. Like, all these parameters are to protect us. It's not to, you know what I'm saying, just like a drive at 65 miles per hour. Everybody can be going 150, but it's a parameter set because it's for our safety. It's for our protection. And of course, some people go over, some people stay under, but the fact of the matter is that God loves us. He set these things up for us so that we can have better, and we won't have to experience so much hurt, pain, trauma, and all of these different things. Because when He told you to stop talking to that boy, and you kept talking to him because he was cute, and now you're heartbroken, you talk like, God, why me? And God like,
I told you.
This wasn't even a season for dating.
Because we hard-headed.
We hard-headed. We just want what we want. And you talk to, and if you got, again, like the wrong people around you, you can get into some sticky situations. So pay attention to your circle. Pay attention to who's speaking into your life, because the tongue is super powerful.
Yes.
And
super powerful.
Yeah.
The Bible says life and death in your tongue.
That stuff is powerful. So you gotta watch what you're saying and what you are even accepting. The stuff that you say to yourself about yourself. You are healed. You are saved. You are forgiven. You are loved. You are all of that. Like all of that. And you got sisters in Christ on the other line, on the other side, who are going through everyday things, our own trials and tribulations, and we are overcoming them, looking cute,
period,
and connected and having a great time. So if there's anything else you want to say, the floor is yours. But Airi's done.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Well, this was a good chat, a good little girl talk. We kind of talked about so many different topics, and I'm excited. If y'all have any suggestions, anything that y'all like to see us do in the future, I know my sis is a busy woman. We are some busy women, but it is okay. Make sure y'all go support. You do YouTube, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So make sure y'all go follow her on YouTube. What else?
Instagram. I changed my username to Victoria Rose. Victoria Rose. I'm gonna make sure all of her stuff. What about? I forgot to ask you. You was asking me about my business ventures and stuff. What about you?
For me, it's so crazy. I'm actually getting into Airbnb too. I have one in Sandy Springs. So I'm trying to get like just more into it. I've been doing my Mocha Princess collection, so like my lashes and stuff, they're coming back. So I'm just getting ready for like the rebrand. So if anything, I would just say be on the lookout for the Mocha Princess collection. The rebrand, the relaunch is coming very soon towards you. And I got some other stuff that I'm working on, but I gotta work on some other stuff because people be watching and writing down my stuff, and I know I see you, I know you there, so I ain't gonna tell you, just gonna have to watch. But God be doing some big things in private, and I'm excited to see once it all comes out together. It's gonna be great. So yeah, so make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, turn the post notification, hit that thumbs up button, comment down below. Team Airi all day, every day. If you didn't know, now you know. Big thanks, stopping, little thanks, stopping. And let me know in the comments anything, other topics y'all want to see me talk about, other people and things like that. Tag them, post them, and all of that. And I love y'all, and we are out of here.